Most people run around in life, flitting from one shallow mine to another, searching for gold, and when they don't see it, they just give up straight away.
I actually pulled a muscle digging for gold. Yeah, it was just a minor injury.
This cheat code is called Concentrate Your Forces, and is Law 23 of the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, a book that is banned in prisons worldwide. Using this cheat code alone will enable you to find vast untapped energy sources,
and concentrating them, like a laser beam, into one thing which could bring you untold riches.
Let me tell you how. Conserve your forces and energies by keeping them concentrated at their strongest point. You gain more by finding a rich mine and mining it deeper than by flitting from one shallow mine to another. Intensity defeats extensity every time. When looking for sources of power to elevate you, find the one key patron, the fat cow who give you milk for a long time to come. Trying to be a jack of all trades and a master of none.
Worst idea since cooking sausages in the nude.
I used to live up to my name by being a jack of all trades, before realising I was going nowhere.
This cheat code gives you an advantage over basically 99% of all the other players in this game.
Because they're running around like headless fucking chickens, flitting from one shallow task to another and telling everyone how busy they are.
Because there's nothing more annoying than asking how someone is and they say, "Oh, I'm so busy."
No, you're not. I've seen what you watch on Netflix.
The only person that can say they're really truly busy is Elon Musk or Richard Branston Pickle or Jeff Bezos.
Not Karen, who does 30 hours a week in Tesco's and has a side hustle selling beaded necklaces on Etsy. You're not busy.
Now obviously I'm a bloody god and I know everything.
That's why my advice is by far and away the best advice you're ever going to get.
Your teachers, your friends, your family.
Look at them and their lives. Do they live the life that you want?
No.
So why are you taking their advice?
That's not to do down or disrespect them.
But you need to find people's lives that you do admire and respect.
In other words, you need to find some fecking ballers and copy them.
Because they've discovered the cheat codes to life.
Copy and paste their methods.
And you'll start winning at this video game called life.
That's why we go through these cheat codes.
But I'm not there yet. I am on the way up.
I'm like Jesus in his recruiting disciples days. So if you don't pay attention, you're a bloody moron. Full stop.
So with that motivational speech out of the way, let's dive into this cheat code a little deeper. The thing about cheat codes is they're not really cheating. They're gaining an advantage, but they are gaining an advantage over other players in this video game called life.
It's funny because my girlfriend accused me of cheating the other day. I told her, "You're starting to sound like my wife."
This is the reality we're in. You have 24 hours in the day, no more, no less. Every single human being on this planet has 24 hours in the day, no more, no less.
Unless you've invented some kind of Harry Potter time turner system where you can go back in time and redo things. But I'm just assuming that you're a normal human pleb.
Take away 8 hours a night to sleep and you're left with 16 in the day. And no, don't try and shortcut sleep by trying to sleep 4 hours a night. You wake up like a fucking zombie.
Trust me, I've tried it. What kind of bread do zombies prefer? Whole grain.
Take away all that time for eating and shitting out all the food you just ate and all the other nonsense you have to get on with that I call admin. You know, washing your clothes, paying your bills, replies to emails, blah blah blah. You probably have about 4 to 6 good solid hours a day to get proper shit done. If you have a job, then at the weekend you probably have 4 to 6 good solid hours of focused work to get shit done.
I don't mean 6 hours to shit. I mean 6 hours to work hard on something you like. Don't be facetious.
The core message is this: how far could you go in life if you focus all your time and effort into just one motherfudging thing,
instead of diverting your focus into multiple different things?
So if you spend 1 hour writing a script, the next hour going to the gym, the next hour replying to emails, and the hour after that starting a new business, you've dissipated your mental energy by 4 motherfudging times.
Basically, you fucked up.
I know it feels really nice to be busy, flitting from one task to another. This is like flitting from one shallow mine to another, searching for gold,
but never really mining deep enough to hit that vein of shiny gorgeousness that we all know and love.
You're not digging deep enough. I know full well when I say these things, people instantly think of the anomaly, the outlier to the rule. For instance, Renaissance man Leonardo da Vinci was a well-known polymath.
What's a polymath?
No, it's not a girl that's great at maths.
I mean, it could be, but it ain't.
Da Vinci, for example, was a painter, scientist, engineer, sculptor, and biologist. And there are other historical examples, like Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, Michelangelo, Aristotle, Thomas Jefferson.
These are outliers to the rule because
in the past it was bloody easy to call yourself an expert in multiple different fields and professions because the structure of education was a fragment of what it is today.
Basically, there were shitloads of people back then who couldn't even read or write, let alone write a book, so there wasn't much to go on.
To reach that same level of success today and be a successful polymath, you would have to be a genetically gifted genius. Elon Musk would be an example of this. He's a polymath and successful in multiple different business fields.
However, he's probably genetically gifted in the brain box department.
Which many of us are just not. But that's not to say you can't get very bloody far with hard work and laser focus on just one task.
Which reminds me, what do lasers sound like in churches? Pew, 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 pew.
I'm not saying you can only do one thing, because the joy of life is looking at lots of different things.
But here's the difference.
Elon Musk didn't work on starting a car company, making a space rocket, a boring company, and then a flamethrower all in the same day, did he?
No, because that would be fudging impossible, wouldn't it?
Focusing intently on one thing for your 4 to 6 hours a day for a few years should provide you with success. If not, you're a fucking idiot.
With that success, you can exchange it for currency or money.
And you use that money to buy more time and freedom. For example, get a PA to do all your admin and bills and shit. Get a housekeeper to cook all your meals and clean the house. And freedom, because now you don't have to work anymore for someone else. That time and freedom, you can now look at other things you're interested in and become a master in those fields as well.
This is how you become a polymath if you're interested in multiple different subjects.
But it all starts with the first thing and becoming a motherfucking master at that first before moving on. In the modern world, it's incredibly difficult to keep your attention on just one thing because there's distractions at every turn.
It's like living in a fucking fairground.
People are hardly able to keep their focus in one direction.
Not the shitty manufactured boy band.
Before being pulled into 1,000 others. For instance, watching this video, I bet your brain is going, pick your phone up, check Facebook, check your emails, check this quickly.
Just check my emails, just check my Facebook, just check my Instagram. You're a fudging addict!
This is the world we live in. Thousands of distractions, splintering our attention into different areas and directions.
You must develop the mental fortitude and discipline to say no, especially in the face of those bright lights. Those that do will win long term.
For instance, writing this script takes mental energy and effort. I'm putting 100% of my brain power into this one task.
I'm concentrating my forces. My brain runs on a concoction of nuclear power and the strongest coffee you can get. I've got nitrous oxide pumping through my veins. My eyes are on the prize. Freedom, success, and a baller lifestyle.
Concentrating on a single goal and beat it into submission.
It's easy to let the mind mindlessly wander from task to task, giving you the appearance of achievement.
You cannot hit 2 targets with 1 arrow.
Unless you're Robin Hood, the thieving cunt.
However, there is one caveat to remember. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. They could fall out.
Nothing worse than clearing up eggs.
So, as soon as you've made enough money from your one thing, invest it into another one. So you're not reliant on one business alone for your money or freedom. The cheat code to life is to work on one thing at a time. And watch this cheat code next to combine cheat codes to become a baller.